Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So Marvel Twitter is going off their head, absolutely dense, insane people trying to defend this Eternals movie and Kumail Nanjiani after he comes out and attacks the fans because he said in a tweet about the review bombing of Eternals on IMDb, looks like we're upsetting the right people. Eternals opens November 5th. What does he mean by the right people? Because IMDb reviewers are not critics, but who are the right people in this situation? People on IMDb who are upset at some woke stuff? Or are the right people the critics on Rotten Tomatoes who are the only ones able to vote on this movie yet? And they are even giving it a 56%, 55% at one point on Rotten Tomatoes. Are they the right people to be getting upset about this movie? The ones that are supposed to shill for your movie and give you scores so people will actually go out and watch this movie? No, they're still hating it. So who are the right people in this case? Good job, Kumail. You didn't just attack the fans. You also attack the critics who don't even like this movie. Good on ya. Let's take a look at what I'm talking about. So let's start off with the beginning. Originally, here's a tweet from Jeremy of Geeks and Gamers. He deleted this tweet right after my G&G video uploaded. I'm taking full credit. So what did he tweet? Kumail Nanjiani, looks like we're upsetting the right people. Eternals opens November 5th. Now this is from MCU The Direct, and then it was said Eternals has been review bombed on IMDb, receiving hundreds of one-star reviews from users criticizing the movie's LGBTQ plus representation, despite not having watched the movie. That's the key. They haven't even watched it, and they're review bombing. Okay, well if people aren't able to watch it yet, then why, let's take a look at this IMDb, then why are there 1,101 votes for 10-star ratings? Kind of seems like a review bombing the other way, because there's nearly 600 1-stars, but 1,100 10-star reviews. Let's look at the age ranges. Under 18s, males 10 stars, females 10 stars. So it's Marvel stans, mostly on Twitter, underage kids who are giving it 10-star ratings, and that's bumping it up. But if you look at the other demographics, 18 to 29, 6.5 roughly, and then 30 to 44, 4.7 and 4.6, 45 plus 4.3, 4.2. So it kind of seems like they're catering to the woke young crowd who want to review bomb positively this movie regardless if they haven't even seen it yet. But the issue we have is, here's Kumail Nanjiani posting a tweet of him on an Eternals poster. So he says, this doesn't happen every day, so yeah, I'm tweeting it. I posted, is it still upsetting the right people? And there's the tomato meter, Rotten Tomatoes, at 56%. Now, if he's claiming that it's upsetting the right people, and the right people are anti-woke people that are upset at LGBTQ plus representation in the movie on IMDb, then why are the critics on Rotten Tomatoes, the critics, the only ones that have been reviewing this movie so far, who are supposed to give this glowing reviews so people will go and see it, even they aren't impressed with it. Even they are bored. That's a quote. They are bored with this movie. So this is a screenshot from one of the Rotten Tomatoes critics. Won't sell many toys, subscriptions, or tickets for Disney. If nothing else, it'll remind audiences what it feels like to be bored to distraction in the cinema. Even the critics are bored with this movie. So is this the right people it's upsetting, Kumail? Is this the right people? The critics who are supposed to push your movie and get it out there for people to want to go and see it? I don't think so. It's had one more review, so now it's at 56%. But people on Twitter want to come at me posting this, and they are so dense, and it's now got 80 likes on this tweet. How dense are people? The tweet was about the IMDb. Yeah, I know that. I posted the damn tweet. People that saw the movie given 1 and complaining about gay kiss. Your print is from Rotten Tomatoes. Are you okay? Am I okay? Are you okay? Sounds like you're having a stroke in that tweet. All right. The tweet was about the IMDb. Yes, which are supposed to be the right people to be upsetting. However, if you could use your brain for 2 seconds, maybe the critics on Rotten Tomatoes aren't the right people to be upsetting because they're the ones that are supposed to write glowing reviews and get people out to watch the movie. Oh, can you think about that? No, you can't think about that. You can't even use your brain to understand what I'm doing. The woke critics on Rotten Tomatoes don't even like this movie enough and call it boring. And these people on Twitter have no idea what the hell is an argument. And you got 80 other people, I'm going to say people, liking this tweet who have no idea what I'm doing because they're that dumb. And then you got another one over here. I swear y'all don't give a crap about Rotten Tomato scores until it fits your narrative for an argument. Well, I actually do look at the Rotten Tomato scores for every movie now because we know how to compare them these days. We know how to compare Rotten Tomatoes these days because, as we've seen with Hannah Gadsby and Dave Chappelle's comedy specials, if you can call Hannah Gadsby comedy, which Dave Chappelle doesn't, if you look at that special Nanette, 100% from Rotten Tomatoes critics. 100%. Perfect, nothing wrong, flawless, amazing. 26% from the audience. Now, if you look at Dave Chappelle, look at what the critics say. From a black man, so he should be on the representation scale, 35% and 99% from the audience. So the 99% audience love this special. But the critics, They didn't like it because it went against their woke narrative. And then we got Amy Schumer, now albeit low reviews, but still 79% to 8%. And then Dave Chappelle's final special, The Closer, 44% with only 9 reviews. Only 9 Rotten Tomatoes reviewers wanted to review it. And 5,000 ratings pushed it to 95% because it was going against their woke narrative. If you look at now, they've got 157 reviews, 0 audience ratings. So I think this is going to be the switch because 55% on Rotten Tomatoes generally means it's a good movie because the critics are going to like it because of what we've just seen. So the critics have been going against the movie and the audience have been going for the movie. I've been liking it more. But this one, from what they're saying, it's not just about the woke representation in it. It's boring and it's dull. So this could be the first time in a long time that we see a Rotten Tomatoes and an audience score being the same and lining up because the movie is just that bad. And that's a Marvel movie. This might be the first Marvel movie, MCU movie, that does absolutely terrible on all sides. Because the last time we saw this bad from the MCU was Thor: The Dark World. It's at 66%, which is still decent. It's not rotten, and it's 75% from critics. But Eternals at 56% without an audience score yet. I'll be very curious to see what the audience score is when people can start reviewing it, because the lowest one we've had is Thor: The Dark World. The rest are in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s. And with Black Panther, it was even up to 96% from the critics and 94% for Endgame. See, Captain Marvel is the one, 79% and 45% from the audience. So even the critics like Captain Marvel enough to give it a 79% when the audience said, yeah, nah, that's not right. It's not that good. But now we are seeing woke Marvel Twitter absolutely so dense that they don't know what an argument is and how to compare and contrast. This is the review bombing from IMDb, but is it upsetting the right people? The woke critics on Rotten Tomatoes? These people have no idea how to rationalize an argument and compare the differences from IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes critics upsetting the right people. They don't have any idea. And this is where we're at now. Woke Twitter praising a movie that they haven't even seen from an actor who is part of this representation agenda going forward for the MCU, which I don't think is going to work for them. If the critics are even giving it 56%. This movie is not looking good. The woke critics hate this. Woke Twitter is still defending it because they have no idea how to rationalize an argument. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share this one out, and I'll see you in the next one.